put no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve really. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could see in the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Come.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
On outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that cake and candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. That's your man, yeah. Cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma make my very best for you tonight.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Oates and Joshua Carty will get it underway. And off we go from Santa Clara. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 34, here's second and 4. He'll go again with Hall. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Neighbors in motion. On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
It's a loss of a
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Dart going for it all. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
In play formation for the Cardinals.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Now trying to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one not quite on target. Too much, and that one falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Hurts. Short one there to Okonkwo. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. This brought him out past the 20. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That is caught right side, and that's Fannin. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Out to his right. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Cardinals are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And then
a throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
To the air on second down. Dart. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, here is Dart. He's got a man. It's Fannin. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care.
Oh, a loose football. The Niners have got it. Inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line. Quick throw there, and it's
going to wind up incomplete, but the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's complete left side to Worthy. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Rolling right. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Another run here with Hall. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. Neighbors in motion. Here's Dart on first and 10. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That is brought in. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardi now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Cardi now, kick it away following the touchdown. Panay Wanwu out of return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the give, it's Hall. Room to run at the 35. And he's into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown San Francisco. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
2 on the play. And this is third down.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dane Belton. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
So it's third down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Makes the score Niners 21, Cardinals 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On first down, Dart just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Dart. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Back at the 12-yard
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on third down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
A big-time play for the Niners. Pick up of 46 yards.
And what a decision to turn into a runner and tuck that ball down and go. You could tell initially he's thinking, just pick up the first down and get out of bounds. But as the play unfolded, he realized there was a lot more green grass in front of me. For a minute, it looked like he was going to take it all the way, but he'll settle for the big gain. Sets up first down.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Dart. Headed left, buying time. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's caught! A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It is a big gain for Arizona to gain of 43 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. He'll get that complete to Harrison.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Now Dart. He'll let one go down the middle. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. That one good for 26 yards.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start, and that's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
That's He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. We are back at it with the third quarter. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Try again. It's second and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of shotgun. It's dark. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
McMillan comes in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Niners have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw in the curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third down.
Here's third down and a few inches. We'll try to run for it with Hall. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down. Hurts to the air on first down. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be taken down. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They will run it over center with Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
From the 24 now, here's second and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The open man is Wilson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
Third down and 3. To throw is Hurts. He's got his tight end. That's a close one. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run. This is Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Handoff. Here comes Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's complete left side to Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down. The gun, here comes Dart. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air again goes Dart. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals are back within 6. 20 now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
At the 48-yard line.
A give. Here's Hall. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone and book the lead up by 2 more. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Cardinals back within 7. It's 35-28. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
At the 36-yard line.
A run here with Hall. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hurts to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. It's a pickup of 12. First down, 49ers.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Mason Graham. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
You let this go deep for Jefferson, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, San Francisco. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first down, Dart. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Here's Dart. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be third down.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth. But they will turn it over on down. Look at the 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They give to Hall. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And one caught by Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A gain of 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 3. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Hey, let's go.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. Forced out wide. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Good awareness there on third down. He's thinking there's nothing there. Tuck it and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
Miami! Hey, what's the back on this play? What's the back on this play? Hey!
On first down, it's Hurts. That is caught side of the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, San Francisco. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Neighbors in motion. On first and 10, here is Dart. To the left side, it is caught by Fannin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now the shotgun. It's Dart. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Open man is the tight end, Thomas Fedoni. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the air once more is Dart. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback. And it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the fourth quarter. So
that's third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
And you wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. It is second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
180.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike, this pass rush certainly isn't the reason why they're losing this game right now. I mean, they have made their presence felt all throughout this game, and they're about a half second away from adding another sack to their total.
Open right side is Okonkwo. Look at the big man go. Francisco. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's home. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Second and 10.
Second and 10.
Great, set. Hey! Out.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look downfield once again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the 49ers. They are moving on. As the #1 seed, the victory means they lock down another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?